Is Wix good for SEO? Hi everyone, my name's Itamar Blauer, and in this video I'm going to go through some Wix SEO myth busting and do a mini Wix review just so that you get an idea in terms of what the reality is when using Wix, as opposed to some of the things you might hear online from people who don't actually use the platform. So we can see that on Reddit, for instance, someone saying Wix is the least SEO friendly platform, don't use it. And this is the kind of message that gets shared quite frequently online when people talk about Wix. And I did some of my own testing, so I created a Wix site. It's quite a basic site, essentially. There's not too much going on. It's got the homepage, about page, it's got a blog page, and it's got the contact page. And I just wanted to get an idea in terms of, well, exactly how does Wix do when it comes to SEO functionality? What can you do? What are the limitations of the platform? And I want to go through some of the things that people say online that just simply aren't true. So the first one being that Wix is very slow. They're saying that if you have a Wix website, it's going to be very slow, and that's not good for SEO. Well, take a look at this. What is this? This is an A grade from GT Metrics, just putting it in there, checking a report for the performance of the website on here. And come on, an A grade and people are telling me that Wix is slow? That's just absolutely debunked right off the bat. If it was slow, I would have expected, even a C is kind of average, right? We've got an A grade right here. So is Wix slow, and is it bad in terms of its speed for SEO? No, it's not. It's very, very quick, actually. So let's kind of continue and talk about some more of what people are saying. They're like, well, oh, you can't change your title tags or stuff like that. I mean, what's this? This is something that I custom created, this title tag, the page title for the homepage, as well as the other pages as well. What other things do people talk about Wix? They might say, you can't change the alt text of images when you upload them. Let me inspect this. Let's have a look. We've got the alt text right here. I mean, I could list so many things that people say about Wix that just simply aren't true, and then they try and just play it off as just a platform that is not good for your SEO. But let's not stop there. Let's talk about some other things that people have said and talk about why Wix is actually extraordinarily good for that particular thing. So another thing that people say about Wix is that it's hard to get indexed on Google when you've got a Wix site. That is absolutely not true. And I will tell you, as soon as this site was published for the first time, once I got the domain and I published the site, it was almost instantly indexed on Google. I did a site search, found it instantly. And that is insane. You don't get that for new sites on pretty much any platform. You don't get that on WordPress, you don't get that on Shopify. Any platform you use, getting indexed almost instantly when it's a new site on Google is unheard of, honestly. And that's what you can do with Wix. And then any other page that I published, or any other blog post that I published after this, took about 24 hours. I think most of the time it was less than 24 hours before it got indexed on Google after doing the site search. And that is insane. These are insane speeds, and the quickness that you can get your pages to actually be indexed on Google is absolutely amazing, to be honest. But let's keep going. Let's find some more things that people say about Wix. People were saying that the Wix editor, and in terms of making changes to your site, for example, for the mobile version of the site, is very difficult to do. I didn't find that to be the case. I found that after about 10 minutes of kind of getting used to the editor from the desktop version, it was very easy to change things about and also be able to go back onto the mobile editor and change things there as well. So in terms of actually editing your site, especially if you're new to website design or it's the first website you're making, Wix makes it very, very easy for you to make changes and for you to essentially design your site without being a website designer. And another thing that I quite liked, actually, off the top of my head, is that when people use your contact form and they send a message, it goes directly onto the dashboard from Wix, and you don't necessarily need to connect it to emails and stuff like that. You get it from the dashboard and you can see what people are saying, and it's very easy to kind of filter that and respond to them as well. So overall, Wix for SEO, does it work? Yes, it does. It's incredibly quick. It's also very easy to change anything that you would want to change for SEO purposes. You can change the slugs, you can change any of the metadata, all sorts of that kind of stuff. They've also got structured data implementation, and they're continuously working on adding these new features and just making it incredibly simple for people to use, especially if they don't want to do something, for example, like on WordPress, where you have to install different plugins to do certain things, or you might need to be good at code. Wix is actually making it a lot easier to achieve some of the SEO functionalities that would otherwise be quite difficult, or would require you to at least be at some kind of intermediate level when it comes to your SEO. But overall, is Wix good for SEO? Yes. Will people still make myths or come up with different things to try and change the narrative? Probably, because those people most likely haven't even tried to set up a Wix site in the first place, and that's just what it is. That's just how it is, unfortunately. But I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a really quick review of Wix in terms of its SEO functionalities. Obviously, I didn't cover absolutely everything in this video, but I just wanted to make a quick video just to show people what it's actually like and what the results are, especially when things like such as speed, when loads of people are saying that Wix is slow for speed. And obviously speed and page experience is very important for SEO, especially this year with the Core Web Vitals update going to be hitting mid 2021. So especially we're looking at the Web Vitals here. I mean, these are all good metrics that you have with a Wix website without any need to code or anything like that right off the bat. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave a like rating below. I've been Itamar Blauer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, you've reached the end of this video, but don't worry, there's plenty more great content that you can watch right now. All you have to do is click one of the 2 video links on the left side of the screen. And also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to never miss out on future uploads.